Bit of a different video, but it's an update video, but I'm showing all my animals. This is my 13-year-old Cocker Spaniel called Monty. And he's the one who you always hear moaning because he doesn't like my company too much, do you? Yeah. Yeah, he's a good dog. But yeah, I just thought I'd show two of the animals I'd literally never show, or three technically. These are my two cockatiels. Bob and Pearl, if I'm correct. We've had 5 in the space of like 3 years because they kept dying. God knows. Well, 2 of them died because they got eggs stuck up their bum. I can't remember the technical term, but that's basically what. And one, the female died because of that, and he broke his wing, and because he was depressed, he didn't really heal. So we've got these two, and that's Bob, the male. No, not Bob. It's Scarlet and Bob. That's it. So yeah, that's Bob the male, and that's Scarlet the female. They're not hand tame or anything. They're just pets. They're not actually tame at all. But yeah, that's them. So they're 2 cockatiels and Monty the Cocker Spaniel. And now we'll move on to the pets you actually know. Back in a sec. This is Zag, my 6 or 7-year-old guinea pig. He's very old, but very fat as well. He's absolutely massive, bigger than normal guinea pigs. He's a specific breed, but I don't know what. He's basically his fur stands on its ends like he's very wiry fur. It's like a sheep. It's the best way to describe it. But yeah, he's absolutely gorgeous. He's not tame. Well, he's tame to an extent, but he's still a bit skittish. But yeah, well, that's the end of my non-exotic animal. Well, you could count guinea pigs and cockatiels as exotic, I suppose. But yeah. Okay, we shall move on to the stuff that you're used to seeing. Back in a sec. I'm not digging them out because everyone's pretty much seen them. One's there. The other one's hiding under the leaf. But these are my 2 false tomato frogs. They are called Doug and Russell. And that's pretty much all you're going to see of them. I'm not going to dig them out because everyone's seen them. But yeah, they're about 2 years old now. I got them as absolutely tiny, tiny babies. They're about the size of a 20p piece, and now they're about 4 inches. And they grew that in about 9 months. So very fast growers. I'm not going to show him as well. I'm not going to show my 2 reptiles and my amphibians because I don't want to get them out. I don't want to mess about with them because it's not night time and that's where they come out at night. So this is my partial pinstripe Harlequin, partial pinstripe crested gecko called Castiel. You'll see him in quite a few of my videos if you go back and look. That's what he looks like, but I don't want to bother him at the moment. But he's doing perfectly fine. Frog's doing perfectly fine. All the other animals I showed you, they're doing perfectly fine, if I'm honest. And this is Lilith, my Trempermax Snow. She's doing absolutely fine as well. Nothing wrong with her. She's a by the way. Lilith's a female. Castiel's a male, and the 2 tomato frogs are female. I'm just doing all these 3 together because I'm not actually getting them out. Everything else you're probably going to see. So yeah, that's just them. And Zag's obviously a male. But yeah, I just thought I'd give an update on all them, and now I'm going to go on to everything in the cupboard. So everything in there. Back in a sec. Okay, this is oak, elm, birch, juniper. Oak, elm, birch, juniper, ivy, aya. That's it. I'm not showing them all out because you can see one's there and they all look the same. There's babies in there as well. There's probably about 200 babies, maybe 150 now. I've sold quite a bit. But they're the adults. These are peppered roaches. Think how you say it's a universal common name, so it's used a lot. So but the Latin name is Archidema tesseratula, something weird like that. If you just Google purple roaches, it'll always come up with these. But yeah, they have an absolute gorgeous pattern on their wings. That's obviously a very fat pregnant female. But yeah, they're gorgeous roaches. I think I have 1 male and 5 females now. I'm not too sure, because they're a bit of a pain to sex. But these are very nice roaches, very calm and handleable. Gorgeous patterns and just very good pets in general. I've kept these for about 9 months, roughly. Yeah, about 9 months, and only one of my adults has actually died, so they're very long lived. But very nice roaches, and I advise them to anyone who actually likes vegetarian inverts. And I'll move on to these just quickly, because they're also vegetarian inverts. There's one there, but you'll better be able to see one there. These are giant African millipedes. I cannot remember the Latin name off the top of my head, but these are 2. I've had them for a year, just over a year now, and one's male, one's female. Definitely the one that died was the one that I couldn't sex. But yeah, no babies from these, but I've been told they're very awkward to breed in general. And they're both doing perfectly fine. By the way, them mites, if you want to know more about these and the mites on them, they're actually good. Just go on to my professional care sheet video about these, and it'll explain the mites and that they are actually good. But yeah, they're very good pets. They are called Beta and Gamma. So moving on to my scorpions. Back in a sec. These are my desert scorpions. This is the very obvious, very skittish, because the locust has actually just jumped out, so there's nothing in there. This is a Scorpio maurus, suspect gravid female, as it won't eat, and it's just being genuinely awkward. It's very skittish. Does come out quite a bit, but most of the time it'll just run away when it spots me. So yeah, you can't see it really well, but it's a Scorpio maurus, and the subspecies is Platimus, Platimus, yeah. So yeah, they're a very nice scorpion, not really big, but as you can see, my hand's about the size of its enclosure, so it's quite small, but nonetheless a very nice species of scorpion. Let's chuck that locust back in there, stunned it. Yep, so that's closed. That's my Scorpio maurus, and she's called Deathstroke. And in here is my... Is there any locust in there? No, I think it got it. This is my June scorpion, which is Megarus messinensis, or locust is there. And this is a suspect male. Very nice species of scorpion. One of the fastest species in the world, maybe the fastest. I've been told it's the fastest, and a lot of places do say it's the fastest scorpion in the world, but yeah, it's got quite a big enclosure to say it's quite small, but I like to give it nice space, because it does run around a lot, and it's very active. So yeah, June scorpion, and this is called Hades. We will now move on to my forest scorpions. Back in a sec. This is one of my Heterometrus pizza. This is the suspect male. I will not be feeding this one on camera, but I will be feeding it. I'm just not feeding it on camera because it's a lot easier off camera. Where the hell is it? It's been digging a lot, so... Oh my days, I didn't know it dug that far. Yeah, you can see it down there. I'll try and angle it a bit better. Yeah, you can see it down there. But there it is, that's a suspect male. It's actually burrowed, which I'm quite shocked about. I am going to try and feed it off camera. because I just find it a lot easier to feed these two at camera, plus I have to empty its water bowl because it decided to bury it. So yeah, this is the male and he's called Beast. I'll show you the female in a sec once I've fed the male. Back in a sec. I nearly forgot to show the female. The female's actually out. Well, the suspect female's actually out. So that's her. She's called... That's what the other one looks like, pretty much exactly the same. And that is Harlot. And before she tries to escape, I'll put the lid back on. Yeah, that's her. She's exactly the same as the other one. They look exactly the same, except one's a male and one's a female. I'll show you the lid. Easier. Yeah, that's her. Absolutely gorgeous species of scorpion and decent size. But she's in the bigger one because I was going to mate them in this tank and keep the female in here, but now I'm just tempted to leave them over Christmas because I think that male actually might be a female. It might be gravid or in pre-molt. Because I had to explain why it's burrowed down. Well, I'll give you an update on that on the other scorpion, but I don't know what's happening there. If I see it happening in the burrow, I will let you know. But it could be that it's gravid and I got the sexes wrong. And it is easy to get them sex wrong because the penicillin, whatever, the things that are underneath the scorpion that's supposed to sex can be very misleading. That's the best way to put it. Okay, we'll leave these be and move on to my tarantulas. I will be doing them in alphabetical order. And yeah, so that was Beast and Harlot, my breeding pair of Heterometrus pizza. Back in a sec. So yeah, all my tarantulas will be in alphabetical order and I'll be telling the names and the sex. Okay, back in a sec. Starting alphabetical order, this is Mark the Bee Bomi. He's a confirmed male, immature. He was my first tarantula. And that's pretty much it. That's all I can say about him. Very gorgeous species. So yeah, first tarantula, male, called Mark Bee Bomi. Okay, I'm going to try and do that for every tarantula, just go through it quite quick. But yeah, just showing you what they look like. That's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm going to be watering them as well, because his water needs cleaning out. But yeah, I'm going to be watering every one. I'm not going to be feeding them, because their feeding is every 2 weeks now. So yeah, there's Mark. And now I'll move on to the next one. Back in a sec. This is Bilbo, the Bee Vagans. I've actually raised this one from a quarter, it was either quarter or half an inch sling, and I've raised it up, and it's doing pretty well. Growing pretty quick, so it's a suspect male, but yeah, it's called Bilbo. So yeah, suspect male, just because the growth rates are crazy. Like you were that big and now is this big in the space of 6 months or something like that. So yeah, very fast. So probably male. Yeah, moving on to the next one. There's a reason my GBB's in threat posture. It's actually just struck, but it's because I'm trying to encourage you to go to the water bowl, water bowl, because she's looking a bit. I can't tell. It's really awkward with her at the moment. It seems like she's in pre-molt because she's not eating. She's got a very dark abdomen. It's looking very scabby. But it's just like I've been waiting on weeks now. I think it's about a month she hadn't ate. No, probably longer if I'm honest. But she's not very mobile either, so it's looking like pre-molt, but it's a bit worrying. Yeah, she's lovely. She's just going in the threat posture because she's a bit pissed off because I've been tapping her. I ain't bothered her highly, she's just not in the mood. She's a very calm GBB, by the way. Wow, someone's just trying to sell me something. Sorry, but yeah, she's very calm, usually. Very nice. This is about half an hour later. I had to turn on my computer and take all my videos off because I actually had too many on my phone. I forgot I had last week's feeding video. I still need to upload. So yeah, as I was saying, well, you can see her abdomen a lot better now. It is black and blue. So she's definitely in pre-molt. But yeah, I was just worried about her because she's taking her time with pre-molt. But not too bad. But yeah, she's an absolutely lovely female. She's relatively calm. Like, she's calmed down now, so if I tap her. See? She walks off, but she makes no effort to turn around and bite. And she's always been like this. She's a very nice female for a GBB. Very calm, and she's called Jezebel. Bit of a controversial name, but I think it fits her quite well. And she's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, hopefully she will molt soon. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that's one of my tarantulas that is in pre-molt. My GBB. But it is getting me a bit worried. But everyone overreacts. Okay, back in a sec. This is my confirmed female C. fasciatum. And she is called Shere Khan. She's absolutely gorgeous. It's confirmed female because the flap basically hangs off this one. So it's very obvious it's a female, plus the size as well. So that's her. She's a very nice female, very skittish, and a bit, what's the word? She's got an attitude. She sometimes likes to throw me threat postures. Yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, that's her. And moving on to the next one. Next we have, oh, I'm going to drop my phone. Next we have one of my other teas that is definitely in pre-molt. Look at the abdomen. But yeah, this is a Grammostola Pull Stripes, and it's very timid. Never really. It's out a bit, but it's very curious, but never really does too much. It's actually blocked itself in. It dug from that side and then just blocked itself in, so it's obviously wanting to molt. It's a very gorgeous species, and I'll be glad when it finally gets its golden knees. So yeah, G Pull Stripes. Unsexed, of course, because it's absolutely tiny. It's barely the size of my thumb. Okay, back in a sec. For once I've actually took the lid off this enclosure just to show you actually how much she's webbed up. But yeah, this is my suspect female. It probably is, to be honest. Pumpkin patch. Try and show you her abdomen because it's so gorgeous. This is one of my favourite all-time tarantulas, easily. But yeah, that's her. She's a suspect female because she's quite big, and she's obviously no pedipalps. She's very leggy, but I just think it's a female finally. I have added a water bottle to her enclosure because she's a decent size now. So yeah, that's her. I forgot what else I was going to say. Oh yeah, and she's called Amber. By the way, if I don't say a name for the tarantula, it means it's unnamed. So, like for example, my G Pull Stripes is too small, so I haven't named it. So, yeah, if I don't mention the name, it's usually not named. You can see its abdomen. Absolutely gorgeous species. So that's my Haplopus species Columbia large, also known as the pumpkin patch. Back in a sec. This is Lemongrab, my female Holophila insia. It is a confirmed female because of the size. Males don't get this big. So yeah, that's my confirmed female. She's very skittish, but actually behaving for the moment, so I haven't actually put her in anything bigger. She's actually behaving. But yeah, an absolutely gorgeous dwarf species, not very big, as you can see that's my finger, and she's fully grown. So yeah, very nice species to have. And back in a sec. This is my Holophila insia gold. As you can see, she's doing a lot better from the last time we heard about her, when she had mites in her enclosure. But yeah, she's doing perfectly fine, in suspect pre-molt. But nonetheless, perfectly fine. So yeah, it's a Holophila insia gold, very similar to the Holophila insia, except it doesn't get the striping. It's hard to explain, but yeah, it's a very nice tarantula, and I can't wait for it to get a little bit bigger. She won't get much. She'll get about the same size as my Holophila insia, because I do think this is an actual female, because it's taken so long to grow. So she hasn't molted since I've had her, and she's quite small, and usually they molt a lot quicker when they're smaller. I think males can have some dwarf species males can mature out in a year, so that's why I'm very sceptical of it being a male, because it hasn't molted yet. But yeah, very nice tarantula to have, but very small. So this is my smallest tarantula as well, and as I said, if I don't mention the name, they are unnamed. So this is an unnamed tarantula for now. Okay, back in a sec. Before I mention, I'm just going to say this, I do lightly miss my Lasiodoras and a few other species that you keep, well, you keep Panthos quite wet, but yeah, I keep my Lasiodoras a bit wet, and I keep my Phormictopus a bit wet. All I do is give them a light spray once a week and fill up the water ball, and I mean a light spray. She decided she wanted to walk into it, so she looks like a flaming Christmas tree. But yeah, this is my largest tarantula. Christmas tree. Oh, no chuffing P. McAllister Christmas tree, but no. Yeah, she decided to walk. She was like sat there, and I was spraying away from her, and she decided to walk out into it. So she's daft. But yeah, this is my Lasiodora Kluge, confirmed female, and this is my biggest tarantula. She's very nice, quite calm for Lasiodora, not skittish, unless she's getting sprayed. Or walking off stuff backwards. But yeah, what are you doing? She's very good daft, very nice species though. Lasiodora Kluges are one of my favourite tarantulas. But yeah, she's a very nice female, very calm. She's having a drink now. Yeah, I think she's having a drink. Yeah, but very nice. Very nice Lasiodora. And Lasiodora are one of my 3 favourite genuses. Yeah, that's the word. So yeah, Lasiodora Kluge. And by the way, she's called Valkyrie, and as I said, she's a confirmed female. So yeah, back in a sec. This is probably the only one you're not going to see, because it's basically it's on top of that, but underneath that. So she's literally there. Literally there. But yeah, this is my LP. Just been rehoused. It seems actually really like this. She's like dug out all there, so it's actually, you can see through the bottom, and she just piled this up as like a barricade type thing. But yeah, she's I keep calling her a she because it's actually a suspect female, just because she just looks like she's got a flap, so she just looks like she's a female. I could be wrong, so I usually am, so it might be a male, but we shall wait and see. She's definitely not in pre-morts yet last week, but yeah, I don't want to disturb her too much, because she's very skittish compared to my L. Kluge. Literally, she runs backwards and forwards, she uses laps sometimes, just because she's a bit small. But most Lasiodoras do that when they're a bit smaller. But yeah, so this is my Lasiodora Parahai Bonner. I forgot to mention that, but yeah, LP Lasiodora Parahai Bonner. And she's unnamed for now. I'm going to wait for her to molt to give her a name. But yeah, I absolutely love her enclosure. I think it looks awesome what I've done. And she seems to like it as well, so can't complain. I think you can actually see her. I didn't realise she did that. It's like, I'll move these tags up. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can. I didn't realise you could do that. Even she's finding places. She won't be able to fit through that for much longer. But there's a gap there. You can see her pink foot. Trying to edge the camera. But yeah, you can see her, she's there. See her little beady eyes. But yeah, that's her. She won't be able to fit up that gap for much longer, if I'm honest. If it is a female. But it's wherever she wants to go. If she's happy there, she's happy. So yeah. I shall move on to the next one. Starting another one of my favourite genus. This is my, literally got it yesterday, Nhandu chromatis. She actually ate all that I gave her, and she's doing perfectly fine. She's settled into her home quite nicely. She's a bit skittish, but doesn't seem to kick hairs. Seems to be very calm on that, which I'm quite glad about. Her bum does look a bit bald, but it's just the colour of her hairs. She doesn't actually kick. She hasn't kicked once at me, so I'm not complaining. But yeah, she seems to be a very nice tea, and I've actually changed the name of my the Chromatus from Willow to something else, because all the Nandus actually fit in. There's 4 Nandus that are in the pet trade. Well, there's 5, but the 5th one's hard as out to get. So I've named them all accordingly with 4 different characters from a program. If you can guess it, put it in the comments. So this is Wise. I think that's how you say it. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's Wise. It's like, yeah, Wise. So this is Wise. I think it's Wise. If I'm saying it wrong, because I've watched it, but I keep forgetting the name. If I say it wrong, I'll say it properly when I show my Corvallosis in a second. So yeah, this is Wise, the confirmed female Nandu Chromatis. Okay, back in a sec. I was close enough. It's Wise. I was close enough. Yeah, so Wise, the Nandu Chromatis of just before this. This is my very, very, very fat bummed female Nandu Corvallosis called Blake. Yeah, she used to be called Willow, but now she's called Blake. Because it actually fits in with what I will eventually name a Tripepi when I get one, a female, and when I get can't remember the Brazilian Red or whatever. I can't remember what it's called. I want to know. I can't remember, but yeah. Then all the Nandu's names will fit with the program that I'm on about. So if anyone wants to guess that, so Wise and Blake so far. I'm not going to tell you the other 2 because that'd make it even easier. But yeah, if you can guess that, put it down in the comments. But yeah, absolutely love this species. Nandus and Blasiodora and one more genus that you haven't seen yet are my favourite genus. They're absolutely gorgeous. And Nandu hairs do not bother me, so get in. But yeah, that's her. And I will move on to the next one. Back in a sec. This is my Pamphobetius fortis, completely unsexed, no idea what it is. But yeah, doing perfectly fine. I like Pamphos, but they're a bit boring, because all the females either get browny blacky colour, and that's it. So yeah, and that's what everyone hopes for. Females. But yeah, that's my Pamphobetius fortis, and that's pretty much all I can say about it. Okay, definitely named Premalt. So yeah. By the way, I forgot to mention, if I don't say it's in Premalt, because only 3 of my chancellors are in Premalt, well, suspect Premalt: the GBB, the G-Plug Stripes, and the H Incy Gold. And when my one other tarantula that I've forgotten I'm going to show in a second. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's doing perfectly fine. Pretty much, it goes in there sometimes to eat like it is sat now, but it's sat out in the open most of the time. Okay, back in a sec. Way, the actual Christmas tree. This is my Pamphobetius Machala, and it's unsexed because it's so small. And it's doing perfectly fine. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. Very nice little species. Very good eater. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Not much I can say about this one. And it's unnamed. Same as the P40, that is also unnamed. Okay, back in a sec. Another tea that decided to walk in the way of me spraying and wanted to become a Christmas tree. This is my Phormictopus Concerites, and this is my absolutely favourite genus Phormictopus. So I love Nandus, Lasiadoras and Phormictopus, but Phormictopus is probably my favourite. And I struck on a good one because my P. Concerites is actually quite calm, as I will show you now. It's a bit skittish, but as you can see, no signs of aggression. And I'm not going to show you, my P. Platus is the exact same. Absolutely not bothered. And I'm so glad about that because I love P. Concerites, they're absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this is a female. This is like, oh, if it was a female, it'd be a dream come true. A calm female. It's like rare as hell. But yeah, hopefully it's a female, but at the moment he's unsexed. But he's actually got a name, it's called Nightmare, which I thought was very fitting for Pecocerates. But I could be wrong, it could be absolutely harmless and lovely, which I'm not complaining about if it is. Okay, back in a sec. This is my Phormictopus platus, again, relatively calm and very fat. Hopefully it shall molt soon, and hopefully it won't destroy the molt, because it's decent size, so I'll probably be able to sex it. But yeah, doing absolutely fine, no problems there. And that's pretty much it. That's all I can really say about this one. That's all I can say about most of them, unless they've got names. But yeah, she's doing perfectly fine, nothing wrong with her, and she looks absolutely gorgeous already. Okay, back in a sec. If I'd focus. There we go. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, back in a sec. I'd say this is one of my favourite genus, but there's only one spider in it, so it's just a spider. Yeah, absolutely love these. I'm glad I got one of these because they're quite rare in a sense. I'd say it's probably the gem of my collection, and it is a Sparbophria hoffmanni. Very, very nice tarantula, and I got a decent size. Hopefully it's a female, as I hope all my tarantulas are females, but sometimes it happens, but I'm not too fussed because these are absolutely gorgeous tarantulas and I'm happy either way, just because I've got one. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. This one actually got named, and it's got named one of like a name that's close to me, because it's one of my favourite characters from a video game, and it is Vulgrim. I think it's an awesome name. It's from Darksiders, and it's the creepy bloke that sells you stuff, but I just think Vulgrim's an awesome name. So yeah, this is Vulgrim, the Sparbophria hoffmanni, also known as the central horned bird eater. And you can see the little horn in the middle of its carapace. So yeah, one day this will have a horn, and it'll be a dark, it's like a greyish black colour, absolutely gorgeous. I'd advise looking these up. Okay, and we shall move on to my last tarantula, and my last animal that I'll show you. Well, last animal in general, because I've showed you everything. Okay, back in a sec. And last, but definitely not least, my Phrixpelma octysling. This is going to look gorgeous as an adult, but at the moment it's only tiny, and it's obviously unsexed, and it hasn't got a name. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous abdomen, so it's very small, and sticks out from other slings once it gets to about this size, which is about the size of my thumb. I'd say it's about 2 centimetres or so, maybe a bit bigger. But yeah, that's the last of my animals, and I'll just do an ending bit after this. So yeah, I'll put all these back, and I'll be back in a second. How awesome a fog is. Anyway, so there, that's pretty much everybody. That's everyone. Everyone's been shown. So if you've been counting, in total I have 38 pets. So this is an update for November. It's and also a collection slash pet tour, whatever you want to call it, because it will collection and also my other pets. But yeah, very curious to see what's actually happening with that scorpion, if it's just buried itself down, or you can see the end of its pincer there, I think. Yeah, it's the end of its pincer. But yeah, don't know if that's actually already, well, if it's gravid, I'll be happy, but I don't know. That's usually why they bury themselves, but it just might be burning itself down to get to warmth. It's on the thermostat anyway, so it can't burn itself. But yeah, that's an update on all my animals. As I said, everyone's doing perfectly fine. The GBBs, as you can see, she's gone straight back to her spot, so there's nothing wrong with her. She's mobile and everything. But yeah, the GBB's in suspect pre-molt. The T-Octi, I always say that T-Octi because it's next to it. The Holophila Incy Gold is in suspect pre-molt. The P. platus is in suspect pre-molt. And what else is GBB, that. Oh, and the G-Plug Tripes is on the bottom. I'll actually put them in order. But yeah, the G-Plug Cripes. I'll put that on top in a sec. But yeah, the G-Plug Cripes, GBB, Victopus Platus, and Feather Incy Gold. They're all in suspect primo. Everyone else is doing fine. They all ate last week. The Nandu ate when I got it yesterday, and everyone's doing perfectly fine. So yeah, that's just a full tour update, and also the name of my pets, just if anyone's interested. So yeah, that's everybody, and thanks for watching. If you got this far, you deserve a medal listening to me for this long. So yeah, see you in a bit, people. Bye.